Good day and welcome now to part 2 of permutation and combinations. So in the first one we already indicated how the idea of factorial notation came about. We understood that n factorial is defined to be n multiplied by n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, 3. I'll just use a dot here to indicate multiplication just for simplicity. Now we have a small example there. How can we use this idea to simplify this expression above? So it means here we can play also around. I can always stop. Means I can write this as n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 factorial. I stop here because the rest is actually n minus 2 factorial. I can go up to the point where I stop here and I say 3 factorial. Then that's okay, which means, for example, 5 factorial is 5 times 4 factorial. Yeah, because this is 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And this part is 4 factorial. If we try to use that idea, then in order to, for example, simplify this, we need to use factorization. So one way will be to make sure that we express this in such a way that we get factors. I will start with this. So n factorial there can be written as n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 factorial. I stop at n minus 2 factorial because I notice I have n minus 2 here. N minus 1 factorial is n minus 1 times n minus 2 factorial. So I can write them back. So I replace this with that. So that is here, that is n minus 1, n minus 2 factorial plus n minus 1, n minus 2 factorial plus n minus 2 factorial. I can factorize n minus 2 factorial because it's common to the 3 terms. So I have n minus 2 factorial. Make some brackets here. Then what is left when I pick this out? I'm left with n into n minus 1. What is left here? This is n minus 1. And what is left here? It's 1. The idea is that when you factorize, you have to make sure if you open your bracket, you should be able to get exactly what you had before. Always check that when you do factorization in every situation. So now it's just to simplify what is in the bracket. So this is n minus 2 factorial. N times n is n squared. N times minus 1 is minus n. This is plus n minus 1 plus 1. The minus 1 and the plus 1, they fall off. This minus n and plus n, they fall off. So I'm left with n squared. So this is n squared into n minus 2 factorial. I just made it beautiful. This is a math salon, remember. So this is a simplified version of that. This is an application of factorial notation, factorial definition in an example. This equation that came well in the exams. So you should take note of that. It can come in different forms, but this is the idea. Just to remember that factorial notation, you can express it in the form of another factorial notation. So n factorial here can be written as n times n minus 1 and n minus 2. I can stop there if I think that will help me. That is the beauty of mathematics. So much flexibility and makes our lives easy. In the first part of the video, we already indicated that you have, for example, 3 letters and you have to rearrange all the 3 letters. It's not always the case. You may have 10 letters and you want to rearrange the 10 letters in groups of 3. So 3 from the 10, several possibilities. That is what we are going to look at later. What we actually say permutation, if the order of the arrangement is very important, which means A, B, C is different from B, A, C. We would go to the details in the next video. See you soon.